Attorney Jonathan Elson, reminding you that if you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important to have somebody on your side. When you need a lawyer,
then you need Nelson.
The married couple who owns the now closed private school for at-risk youth in Amargosa have now been charged by the Nye County District Attorney's Office. Marcel and Patricia Chapuis are facing charges of 45 counts of child abuse and neglect. The 73-year-old Marcel and 67-year-old Patricia were accused of forcing students at Northwest Academy to drink tainted tap water before state authorities shut down the school and arrested them in February of this year. The Nye County District Attorney's Office has not yet filed charges on teacher Caleb Hill, who was arrested for a physical altercation with a student. Patricia Chapuis was originally facing 2 counts of child abuse for what police said was a physical altercation with a student. The new charges include much of the same, accusing Marcel and Patricia of failing to provide the kids with clean, safe drinking water, which authorities say was tainted with arsenic, and also failing to screen and supervise academy staff. We spoke to their attorney, Thomas Gibson.
We just got the complaints late in the afternoon. It appears each one is charged with 45 counts of child abuse and neglect at the felony level. My understanding, most of those charges I looked at were the complaining about the water. It's a water issue, which is really interesting because the Chapuis and the Northwest Academy are working through the state and with the state to remedy that issue, and all of a sudden these criminal charges, come up. I'm just a little surprised that on which should be an administrative law, civil law issue, someone can conflate that into a criminal charge.
Can you give us a little bit more information on how the Chapuis were working with the state to get the water cleaned up?
Well, they were cooperating entirely. Anything that the state wanted, the Chapuis were providing information. Total cooperation again with the state of Nevada. And curiously, if there was a criminal issue, you think the state would have done something through the Attorney General's office, which they didn't. And so I'm just, I'm still a little confused why and how these charges were done in a criminal nature to begin with. There's a lot of things that people say, and by the time it gets to a court, those things are retracted, modified, or outright changed. I'm not sure what their future plans are going to be, but I can tell you coincidentally, there's another school out there that's operating with the same water issues with children, and that's what kind of confused me too, is how can one group be using the same water, have a school out there, basically the same program, and yet that's all hunky-dory, but then they want to go out to Chapuis. So I'm wondering what's behind this. Who did the Chapuis put a bug up their butt?
Have you guys done some water testing or anything like that to follow through with this case?
That's all been done through the state. The state of Nevada is doing that. I'm confident that the sheriff's office hasn't done that because that's way beyond their purview. At the preliminary hearing, that's when the state is supposed to put on enough evidence to say there's probable cause that a crime was committed by the accused. Quite often, though, when you get into a preliminary hearing, some of those witnesses or essential information won't be available, or it'll be shown to be false, and then those charges will usually be denied by the magistrate at that time.